There's basically 3 or 4 ways you can get a job. One of them is because you're an InterNACHI member and certified through InterNACHI, InterNACHI provides free inspection job leads for you. So don't feel obligated to pay anybody or any third-party service to give you leads where you have to bid on a lead, just a lead with your friendly competitors. So InterNACHI provides leads to you. And another way is to get jobs from your inspection report. Somebody's reading your inspection report. Your inspection report is one of the best marketing pieces. It has your contact information all over it. By the end of reading your inspection report, I should be convinced that you're the best home inspector in the world and I want to hire you because you just beat the heck out of some other house, right? That's the kind of, so there's that way of getting it. There is real estate agents or friends or family members who know who you are and what services you provide, and they're free ambassadors, free sales force. That's another way you can get a job. Another way you can get a job is because you have a business website, right? You created one, right? And it schedules online for you, correct? You convert that site visitor that InterNACHI provides you, sends to your website, and you convert them right into a client. That's another way of doing it. Another way is you have a database of friendly real estate agents and they know who you are and you keep in contact with them. It's just like keeping in contact with past clients. Past clients are like gold because they're talking about you to other people. And if you don't keep in contact with them, who knows what they're actually saying about you? So what you want to do is you want to have a nice database of your neighbors, your entire neighborhood, who you have inspected for, worked for. You also want, and keep in contact with them, you also want to keep in contact with your friendly real estate agents because they are a part of the process, of the real estate transaction process. And so my goal as a business owner at Peach Inspections was to have 30 friendly, professional real estate agents who liked you, who liked each inspector of the company. So my goal was to get each inspector hooked up with 30 real estate agents. And that kind of helped us with a full calendar, an overflowing schedule, actually. So if each inspector has 30 real estate agents, that's a pretty good schedule. Have you visited your next door neighbor? Have you visited every neighbor in your neighborhood within walking distance? Do they know? Does every neighbor know who you are? In my neighborhood, in my cul-de-sac, every neighbor who knew who I was. I wasn't even performing home inspections. Nowadays, I perform home inspections in front of a camera. It's part of a training course. But my neighbors knew that I was kind of like this home inspector kind of thing going on because I had the infrared camera and the moisture meter and the ladders and the truck that said inspections. And so whenever one of my neighbors had a problem, let's say during a weather event, their basement flooded. We had a flooding in Colorado once where a lot of people that had flooded basements. And so I went in to my neighbor's house with my infrared camera and moisture meter, and I identified where the moisture was rising up and where it was penetrating, where it was coming in, and I confirmed it with my moisture meter. And they got it fixed. Some people had to tear out all of the drywall. Some people just took out the trim boards. My neighbors would sometimes just stand in front of in the driveway knowing that I'll be coming home. And one time she just needed me to come over because the roof skylight was leaking. And she knew what I did. So if your neighbors don't know who you are, how are you supposed to get business? That's my gauge. That's my challenge to you. You need to tell people what you do. People in your neighborhood. You're going to be inspecting for people who are going to hire you, and they're probably going to move into your zip code or the adjacent zip codes. So they're essentially your neighbors. So get practice in being a salesman. If you're an entrepreneur, That means risk taker in French, I think. But if you're an entrepreneur, you're also a salesman, essentially. You need to sell what? You need to sell you. So tell people what you do and invite them every summer. There's a good idea. Invite the real estate agents and your neighbors over for a grill, a barbecue, something in the yard, in the back, or in the driveway. Invite them over. You can talk about home maintenance and go through your house, or maybe nobody will show up. It doesn't even matter if anybody shows up. What is the point? The point is you have something to say to all of your past clients, to all of your friendly real estate agents, and to all of your neighbors about what you do, who you are, and why you're so interested in helping people with their homes. So your neighbors should now know who their local home inspector is. And if they don't, you better get on it. Because if I'm in your market, my sphere of influence is always growing because I'm constantly communicating my brand through my marketing. And that's my business strategy, to expand my market by communicating. It's simply telling people what you do. Friendly real estate agents, neighbors, family members, friends. So start talking and get those referrals.